Hi my friends, a very good morning. I'm in Slovenia today, Lepena Valley. I've made a one-to-one yesterday near here, and I thought it's maybe a good idea to stay one day longer to have a look at some beautiful waterfalls here. And I've got a tip from one of you, or even from more of you to be honest, for this spot. One of them was closed, so thank you therefore. Sorry, I forgot the other names. Yeah, it looks really beautiful here. The waterfalls might be a little bit more in that direction, and I would say let's have a look what's possible here. Woo! What a fantastic place here. It is absolutely amazing. Let's look down here. The water's coming down here. This is the waterfall. Also some streams coming down here at the side. Also back there's a pool with other waterfalls. It's absolutely amazing. There's so many possibilities for photography. This place is absolutely breathtaking. It's really amazing. Just look back there. All the cascades coming down here, the waterfalls. We have a log here at the left-hand side, and this autumn woodland here in the distance. It's really, really fantastic. I like this rock here in the foreground. Yeah, we have all these leaves here, also on the rocks here. And there's one thing I'm a little bit unhappy about. When we look up here, this curve here up here from this tree, it would really be a nice natural frame here for a composition. It really would work. The only problem is we would need to get a little bit too much of sky into the frame, and this doesn't really add to the composition. So what I do is I relinquish this one. I go a little bit lower here. I don't include it. Unfortunately, I tried it also with a higher perspective. I didn't get it to work, that everything gets together. But I'm anyway really, really happy with this composition. It's quite dark here also when it maybe doesn't look after that, but for the water we need a quite high shutter speed here in this case. A 13th, 15th, even 20th of a second would work here, because the water is really, really fast here, and the faster it gets, the faster the shutter speeds I should get to get structure in the water. And I'm really happy here with this. I have to go up to around ISO 1000, and this really works for me. I have a circular polarizer on, by the way, and f14, and I would say let's make the click. I found one more composition, and the quite funny thing is I was already higher up there. I hiked up there, and when I've been up there I spotted this hole down there. I mean, I spotted it already before, I just didn't think about the composition exactly with this one, or as a prominent character of the composition. I hiked up there, I looked down, and I thought it's quite interesting. It were really interesting to build up a composition with that. I tried for that on different angles, and then I found out that the best possibility, the best angle is really down here, where I was already before when I when I took the photograph. That's really funny. However, what I did is I changed lenses. This rock here at the left-hand side is a quite important part here. We have all the leaves up there, we have the hole, we have the waterfall back there, and this diagonal here at the right-hand side, where the water comes down, leads you nicely into the frame, same as the rock at the left-hand side. It looks really fantastic. You get also the log up there a little bit more prominent in our composition, and this really adds here. A quite important thing for me here is to take different exposures with different polarization levels. So this means 100% polarization, 0% polarization, and maybe a little bit between where I think it adds to the water. I can then do a kind of dodge and burn with a little bit more glare here, less here and so on. If you shouldn't know what I'm talking about, I made already a video about, and I will link it up here for you. Now I'm at f11, ISO 100 for the land, go a little bit higher with the ISO for the water just to get more structure in, and I would say let's make the click. It is amazing. What a place. And if we would have a little bit more water here, this little waterfall down there would be absolutely amazing as a foreground. This rock here with the water coming down. Unfortunately, it's a little bit, not enough, I would say, but it would be more. It would be just amazing. Also with the leaf up there and so on, the waterfalls, the cascades back there. So amazing. Oh man, it's so beautiful here. And I found one more composition. Yeah, what's not surprising here? The only thing is it's slippery everywhere, and it's quite difficult to go exactly there to set up with the camera where you want to go. Here it was quite tricky. So I'm quite close here to this log, and here's a drop off. And yeah, it was also quite difficult here to come here. I use this rock here with these leaves here down there as my foreground. And I have a diagonal of the water here coming from the left-hand side, up there, back there to the vanishing point. We have this amazing woodland back there with these amazing woodland colors. It's so fantastic. And what I really like is to play around with the polarization, to give 100 polarization, to give no polarization. I will blend this afterwards, I mentioned this already. Especially here at the left-hand side here, everything gets totally black when we go to 100% of polarization. I want to get a little bit higher here with the glare actually, to get a little bit more visual weight here. It's a little bit too much glare on the surfaces and so on. I really like this here. It is absolutely amazing, and these oranges and yellows back there, I mentioned that already, I know, but I'm so blown away here. As it's still quite dark here, I use another aperture for my water, and I also increase the ISO a little bit, and I will blend this afterwards in Photoshop. Yeah, it's just, I want to have structure in the water. It's not all about just the land, and the water is just a white stripe here through the land. Doesn't really make sense to me. I want to have structure there, and this is the way I get it. Yeah, and I would say, let's make the click. Oh man, I like this spot. I could photograph here all day long, and multiple days long. It is absolutely absolutely amazing. And what I found here now is, I mean, I can't say I found a waterfall, it doesn't really make sense, everywhere waterfalls. But what I found is, I found these fantastic kind of waves here, and this gives a really fantastic rhythm here in this image. I found this wave here from the right hand side, what leads us into our frame. Here we have lots of negative space here at the right hand side. At the left side we have also something like that, what leads more into the distance, and more back there also a wave like that. I say wave, it's more a kind of curve, a kind of S-curve or something like that. I have different water speeds, and this means I like a little bit longer shutter speed back there at this kind of hand what goes down there. Down there in the pool there's so much going on. I like a shorter shutter speed to get a little bit more structure in there, and a medium shutter speed more back there at that waterfall. I have to blend that afterwards in Photoshop, but I think this really adds here to this composition. I don't have to focus take or something like that. I'm close to this rock, but it doesn't really matter. F14, everything is good. And yeah, circular polarizer, same as for all shots today. And I would say, let's make the click. There's so many different possibilities for compositions. It is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's just sad that I don't have more time here today. I'm just here today because I have to go somewhere else. But I'm 100% sure I will come back here. And my friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, please give me a thumb up. And don't forget to tune in next week. There will come a fantastic video as well. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.